throwing shit at the pilot. Niggas be broken, be sobbing, but still talking shit like they violent.
Just a disclaimer before this video is based on an article I found on Bleacher Report from a while back, and it's just insane how this conspiracy may actually be true. So with that being said, I am not saying that I believe in this conspiracy, but the evidence is, is pretty substantial. So here's the question. What if then Commissioner David Stern actually ruined Allen Iverson's career? After the 08 season, Iverson bounced around the league and rapidly declined, and nobody really knows why. He was still averaging 26 points and 7 assists in 08, but 3 games into the season, the Nuggets would trade Iverson to the Detroit Pistons. Hell, even for Detroit, he wasn't that bad, as he averaged 17 points and 5 assists for the team on only 36 minutes and a near career low 15 shots. The reason may be because of David Stern and his hatred towards Allen Iverson. We all know ever since AI entered the league, the executives and the owners have hated him and his rebel mentality. His gangster vibe, his tattoos, his baggy clothing, everything the league hated about him. It would be okay if he was just some scrub coming off the bench, but we're talking about the most popular player in the league ever since Jordan retired. We're talking about a guy who symbolized the NBA, and when that symbol symbolizes gangs and the streets and tattoos, the NBA and its commissioner didn't like that. The league wanted to control Allen Iverson and his image, but he said, fuck that, I'ma do my own thing, and the NBA would use its power to banish Iverson. A lot of people say Stern had a lot of control over the media. Whatever he said, they'll do, and it just happened to be that the media never really wrote anything positive about Iverson, and this was probably because of Stern.
What does this say about his legacy in the NBA?
Hopefully, he gets a chance to be remembered like other great players that are Hall of Fame elk like Allen Iverson. This is 2 things at play. Number 1, the production of a player whose name and his opportunity sometimes won't live up to his role that he could possibly be given, but also the negativity, unfortunately, and the baggage that comes with being a cultural icon. The cornrows, the do-rags, the tattoos.
They over-exaggerated the whole practice run, and they were the ones who brainwashed people into thinking Allen Iverson was on the decline. It just happened to be that David Stern had a lot of control in this department. This is probably why many teams tried to stay away from Iverson, even though he was still a top player in the league at his old age. Stern probably used his power and told executives to stay away from Iverson, and that is why Iverson became a journeyman at the end of his career for no reason. Proof of this corruption is found in the 2008 season. Iverson once again averaged 26.7 assists on a career-high 46% field goal percentage. Now, the first All-NBA team was already full, with Kobe being the MVP and Chris Paul having the second most MVP votes. But that would mean Iverson would probably be the second or third team, right? Nope. He made none of the All-NBA teams. None. And do you know who votes for the All-NBA teams? League executives. The same league executives that are friends with David Stern. The same David Stern that hates Allen Iverson's guts. In the 2008 offseason, the Olympics were being held in Beijing. Mind you that this was right after the 08 season, where he averaged 26 points for a 50-win Nuggets team. Every single All-Star got at least an invite except for one guy, and that is Allen Iverson. The media, the same media that Stern had so much control over, wrote about Iverson not deserving to be on the team because of that humiliating loss in the 04 Olympics. Yet LeBron, Wade, and Melo, 3 guys who were also on the 04 team, got an invite in 08. Like, it can't be a coincidence. The NBA implemented a dress code in 06 to counter his influence.
They made a big deal when I was doing it, and some of the stuff these dudes wearing. Come on, man. They were picking on me then, obviously. I was bothered by it because I felt like they were targeting people that dressed like me. All of the young guys in my generation were starting to feel like, well, damn, he dressed like he want, you know what I mean? So it must be all right. We've been wanting to dress like we dressed, but, we just felt like we couldn't.
They also made the palming rule to get rid of his signature move. And then they snubbed AI from the All-NBA team. Ruined his reputation to the point where he didn't get invited into the Olympics in 08. And forced the team to trade him 3 games into the next season. Mind you, all of this was in a matter of 2 to 3 years. No way all of this was a coincidence. David Stern used his power to ruin Iverson's reputation in the league. How could an old Jermaine O'Neal, How could an old Shaquille O'Neal be signed to a team in 2011, but a 35-year-old Allen Iverson can't even get signed by any team? No, not to start. No, not even a sixth man. Maybe just a guy who can play for a solid 10 to 15 minutes. You're telling me no one could have used AI skill, but some needed Jermaine O'Neal's? Stop. Stop. Okay, now once again, just to end this video, I want to remind you guys that this is based off an article I read. The link will be in the description. It is from like a couple of years back, so obviously there might be some new news that came out or some recent news that might change this whole conspiracy. But honestly, I low-key believe it, because how do you go from averaging 26 points and, you know, what was it, 7 assists on a career high, 46% field goal percentage for a 50-win Denver Nuggets team, to getting traded 3 games into the next season, to not being invited into the Olympics, to being snubbed from the first All-NBA team, to being snubbed from any All-NBA teams? I just don't think it's a coincidence that all of this happened a couple years after Iverson left Philadelphia. But again, leave your comments in the comment section down below. I want to hear what y'all think about this. Maybe, you know, maybe it isn't true. Maybe you guys have something to say that will change my mind. But it is a really interesting concept. Again, read the article. The link will be in the description. But with that being said, I am out. Peace.